Why is it that certain people get results with their e-commerce business, but most fail to do so? Hey, what's going on everyone? Hayden here, coming back at you with a brand new video. And in this one, we're gonna take this from a different standpoint from a lot of these other videos. So a lot of the stuff you see on the channel that's, at least specifically relating to e-commerce, which is about like 75% of it or so, is usually, hey, look at this Facebook ad, look at this example, here's how we pick products or pick targeting, and that's great. I wanna mix other things in as well. So in this video, I'm gonna go through, I wanna highlight a few of our students. I wanna explain why actually a lot of our students don't get results, why a majority, the so far vast majority of the entire e-commerce industry relating to Shopify gets no results, and why certain Shopify stores flourish, okay? There's some very big brands. One of my buddies actually has a cool penthouse in Los Angeles. He does e-commerce. And so this penthouse, very nice building, very expensive. It's like 5 figures a month to live there. And the owners of 3 major e-commerce brands, these are things where if I said it, you would know them, okay? They've been, they're Facebook interests and everything. They make like 10 million a month profit, hosted on Shopify. They just got, there's 4 penthouses. It's like split on these corner units, 4 penthouses in this building. My buddies have 1 and the other guys just got the other 3. These people make so much money with e-commerce, like not even fair. Not even fair. Guys pulling up in $1 million car. But what is the difference? And first of all, how do you even get the first sale? You could be selling products like Freddy the Teddy up here that we got. I don't sell that. But there's a bunch of products that you could be selling. So, how do you first of all identify those products? How do you put them online, position them, source them, get good shipping, get good prices, all that, and then market that, put that in front of a customer. Now, the very logical sequence of that is all the stuff we break down in the other videos. That's the stuff we go through in the program. Hey, here's how you run an ad. Here, watch me make $50,000 live as I break through and explain exactly what I did. That's great, but why do certain people get, oh, wait, we got a text. Certain things and certain people get results like this, okay? Is it gonna load up here? There we go, okay, there's a text. I'm waiting for that to go away. So why do people get numbers like this? Now this actually is one of our students, okay? This is Leon. Leon sent me that screenshot among actually multiple other of him making massive amounts of money, $17,000 in a day. He does about 200K a month. We actually just did a live stream with him. Leon is someone who about 6 months ago from when you're probably watching this, as long as it's somewhere around when I posted this video, Leon is someone who went through one of our programs. Now, out of my personal opinion, based on the folder I have on my computer, and this is talking about our students, I don't really talk about this stuff too much. Out of our students, I would say about 20 to 30% end up sending in some sort of results. To me, that's a very high amount. That's an amazing number. We're extremely blessed to have that number inside our community. And it's not exact. Some people don't send results. Like, actually, I was coming back from a friend's house this morning. It was like 11 a.m., 100% true story. I was leaving because I immediately woke up and left because I had to come to my place to work. And I could barely keep my eyes open while I was driving because it was very bright. So I park my car out on the street. I didn't even bring it into the garage or anything. And as I'm getting out, I'm like, half stumbling. I hear, Hayden! And I was like, what fresh hell is this? I was just looking around, I could barely keep my eyes open. And someone comes walking from about 30 yards away, telling me they do e-commerce. They're like, oh, I follow your stuff, that's awesome. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, like, what do you do? He starts telling me about his store and how he does both Facebook ads and Google ads. The guy's doing $5,000 to $17,000 a day. Literally his high day is the same as Leon's. And that's mixed with Google ads. But why do people like that hit massive numbers and then some people don't get a single sale? What's the difference? So, I want to break this down. There's the typical things which are very much so valid. Hard work, dedication, the right information. But the primaries are going to be the 2 macros, okay? Your product and your marketing. These are 2 things that people fail to do. Either A, they're going to pick a random product that they think will work. I never pick anything based on what I think will work. Some of my biggest winners are the stupidest product that I would never want to spend 3 cents on myself. But sometimes those are the things that sell. So you got to go based on some sort of, technical or fundamental factor, right? What's that indicator? What is that catalyst? It's like trading a stock. When you're trading a biotech and, there's a big press release talking about how, they might have the cure for cancer, the stock's going to go up. It's going to affect that. Same thing with e-commerce. If there's big trends and big things happening around a product, that can and will, or even in a space, that can affect the products inside of it. So there needs to be some sort of reason. Then you have to be able to do the marketing effectively effectively, which unfortunately is not, well, it's also fortunately and unfortunately, because fortunately for me, that means a lot of, I guess, newbies and people can't really enter the space because it's a very hard skill. But fortunately, we have a bunch of different options with what we're doing from the marketing standpoint, okay? Unfortunately, it's not as simple as just targeting, okay, let's say I wanna sell clothes. I can't just target Walmart narrowed for clothes. It's not gonna work like that, okay? There's a lot of specific things. There's other aspects to it, like building your Facebook pixel, building a credible following on social media, good posts consistently with engagement, and all those different things. So I don't want to get too deep into that. What I want to talk about here today, first of all, if you guys were just on the live stream, we're doing this for a week up until my birthday here on March 6th. You guys are able to get into both of our programs, the 3 private groups we have. You're going to be getting access, which this has been closed for the last 6 months, to the 2.0 program, which is normally $800. You're going to be getting access to our product research delivery service. So every month you get 2 winning products, not just, you know, here, this TV remote's a winner. You run with it. No, it's Facebook targeting, giving you suppliers, price points, ad copy, all those examples. So breaking all that down, we're gonna have a super cool group, and you're getting access to the live streams we do whenever we do those in the group. So definitely go ahead and check that out. You're getting all of that stuff for the cost of the cheapest item there. So some of you might have seen our HSD program, which is like 500 bucks. You're getting all of that stuff, which is like, if you wanted to go buy each individually, it'd be like 3 grand or something. You'll be getting all of that stuff for about 500 bucks right now if you go check it out. Not sure when you're watching this, it might be gone, but you guys can check it out if you're watching this before March 6th. So definitely go check that out. Highly recommend you get inside of there. That's where Leon got inside and a bunch of students. So super awesome community backing you up inside of there as well. But the thing I want to point out as for a massive reason why I can only point out what I see. One of the reasons why I see people fail, and people inside of our group specifically, because I work more closely with them, the reason I see people fail, the biggest one is they either don't have the budget for Facebook ads when they're trying Facebook ads, or they do but just barely, and then they don't want to spend it all. So this is something where, you know, you have to build your Facebook pixel. You can go back on the channel, watch some videos. There was one recently where I talked about 3 reasons your Facebook ad fail, or your ads fail. So one of those was the pixel. So your pixel on Facebook, there's a lot of stuff that goes into the pixel specifically, but if you don't have a properly built pixel, there's gonna be a whole lot of issues. So if you're starting from scratch, you wanna start your e-commerce store and you have nothing yet, that's amazing. It's a great skill to learn how to build that from scratch, but it takes time and it takes money. So if you don't have that startup capital, that is definitely one reason why people fail with Facebook ads specifically. Now, the biggest issue is gonna be the product and the marketing correlating. Those have to line up. A lot of people are trying to do the marketing. Maybe they've learned a few good skills, probably not everything, you know, they're still testing and learning, but it's a completely wrong product. So it's this whole mix of things, and then, you know, all the small micros, the medium things, like your website, your description's terrible or non-existent, your ad is bad, you know, you ripped it off another video that's, you know, already got a bunch of exposure, so people have already seen it. There's a lot of little things and little reasons that go into it. But the biggest reason I see people not doing something correctly is always gonna come back to the marketing. You know, I've taken the dumbest products that were literally not even dumb based on the fact that I would just never buy them, but they're clearly selling. I've taken products that were super, super stupid and still successfully sold them just as a challenge between some of my friends who do e-commerce. We're like, hey, everybody has to take this product that is clearly not selling. It's the dumbest product. Nobody's probably thought of it. It makes no sense. There's an audience for it, kind of. Who can go make the most money on a daily basis by the end of this week? So like little things like that, and it comes down to the marketing. You can still make sales. So that's why I always recommend that people learn the marketing skill. Now, how do you do that? Your biggest teacher is gonna be your mistakes, okay? It's gonna be your mistakes, but also your experience. You know, just by running ads, you're gonna get very familiar with the Facebook ad platform. There's a lot of different pieces that you're gonna learn. There's a lot of little buttons that you have to press, and a lot of little buttons that you should never press. So it kind of goes down, like inside the program, we literally have a video called What Buttons to Press. You know, I'm all about being practical. You guys already know that if you're subscribed to the channel, which, by the way, subscribe if you're not. But, oh shoot, my camera battery's flashing red. 2 seconds. But we're back. The reason that I really, really like the marketing component, that's why you should focus on it, is because not only will you make a lot of money with e-commerce, which is great. If you want to sell a phone case or something, awesome. But aside from the probably millions or tens of millions of products you can sell online through e-commerce, there's also other industries you can tap into once you learn this skill. I mean, there's like 29 point something million small businesses in America. So there's multiple millions worth of companies and businesses that are qualified to pay you to do some sort of social media, some sort of marketing. That's a whole nother industry inside of itself. That's something I've tapped into and been tapping into for years. The reason I do that is because it's very simple to take a skill. Yes, the Facebook ads are very different between, you know, running ads for a restaurant versus a phone case, but it's still the platform. I'm very familiar with it. It's a different type of ad. It's a different whatever, you know, different format for building the pixel, but it's still very similar in probably 70 to 80% of the ways. So with just a little bit more learning, you know, I took like 2 more programs and talked to my friends who did it. Boom, now I have that skill. So it's just kind of transitioning off of that and building, you know, more income streams off of the current skill, which is why I always recommend people learn the marketing. But one of the biggest reasons you're probably failing with e-commerce is a lack of information. It's probably actually a combination of things. Lack of information. You're trying to spend the current money you have, which might not be a lot, on marketing without having got the information. Okay, you can't put the cart before the horse. Plus, by the way, that's how I went broke. I don't know why people keep doing this when I explain this is how I went broke. You know, don't spend the marketing money unless you know exactly what you're doing with the marketing. So when people ask me questions that are very simple questions, I'm like, you should not be running. They're like, hey, my ad's doing this and that. Like, what do I do? I'm like, you need to kill that ad. And they're like, wait, but it's kind of working. I'm like, I don't give a hoot. You need to be learning this stuff before you spend your money. I'm very like, that's very close and personal to me because that's how I went broke. I don't know if you guys have ever gone broke. I went broke. It sucks. It's not fun. I've been there for multiple months. So I've been down, I've been kicked. So that's why you definitely want to make sure you have the information. But information, lack of funds, or trying to, you know, without a lot of funds, not having that information, try to do the marketing, but not having the skill around the marketing and not having the right products. Everything else is secondary. Stop and cut out everything else. Get the right information, have a little bit of money for marketing, then start testing slowly. The website, as long as it's half decent, you're fine. Get a description in place. Doesn't have to be the best. Just boom. You know, you don't even have to worry about making profit. Break even. That's sweet. Or even if you're losing a little bit, learn the skills. Slowly build into it. That's what I wish I would have done. It would have saved me time. It would have saved me money. Even though I tried to do it faster, thinking that it would accelerate the pace of getting results. It did not. It's a mistake I made. I can't complain, but it's a mistake I made. So I definitely want you guys to be careful. If you have any questions about anything, you know, if you want anything specific to be talked about throughout the month of March, you might have already heard me mentioning it, but we're actually going to be doing some live streams here on YouTube throughout the month. So if there's anything you want to see me cover on there, if you want me to bring someone on, maybe do something live in front of you, let me know exactly what that is in the comments down below. So other than that, go ahead, check out the link. I'll leave it as one of like the top links if it's still up, depending on when you're watching this. Jump inside of the entire community. You're not just jumping in a program here. You're getting both of our e-commerce programs, one from complete A to Z. If you have absolutely no experience with e-commerce, totally cool. This will work for you. This will help you build from scratch, build your pixel, find a product, build a store, do your apps, do your domain, your accounts, content, email marketing, every single thing. Then there's the high-level Facebook ad program, completely separate, and I brought on 3 of my 7-figure friends. So really helping you learn all those skills. Plus you're getting multiple groups, private mastermind groups with different content in there being posted daily. You know, there's live streams going on. There's constantly people talking. You could meet business partners in there. You know, find someone who's doing 1,000 a day. You're confident with ads. Boom, you partner, you scale a store or whatever. You know, it's a cool community. That's how you meet people. That's how I started meeting people when I was getting started. So jump inside of there. Definitely, it's a ton of value. You will not regret it. I mean, we've been doing this for years. So, you know, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of successful students, which is awesome. People like Leon making a bunch of money. So yeah, definitely focus on that. Focus on the macros. Again, the product and the marketing. The marketing is going to be the most important skill that you will probably ever learn. Marketing and advertising. Tie those together. Boom, you'll be paid for quite some time, all right? So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below. And with that being said, don't forget to subscribe because I'm posting on the channel every single day, all right? So everyone go in peace, take action, learn the marketing, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow in the next video. Peace.